Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs, and if it's in the 11 a.m. hour, our show's Artists and Authors. We've been having authors and artists from all over the world because of, I don't want to say thank you, COVID, but COVID forced us to learn how to use these programs such as Zoom, where we bring people in from faraway places and put them on our show. Today, we have an author from somewhere in California, and I lost her. There she is. Welcome, Michelle Murray. You're an author. Your latest book is Two Junkies and a Demon. Where are you right now, Michelle?
Okay, so I'm based out of LA County in North Hollywood.
Okay, so it's truly a statewide show today, at least. Now, you've been
Definitely a
on
statewide.
before many times with several books. This is what, your fifth or sixth book?
This is the sixth novel.
And also, you're on a week or so ago because you just got crowned, and I wrote it down. I left my notes over there. You were crowned to a pretty important position. Tell us what that was.
So I am so excited to have recently been crowned Miss California for 2023, Miss California Queen of Charity. And again, it's all about just making the world a nicer, kinder, gentler place. You know, it starts at home. That's the thing, one person at a time.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a lot to go through something like that, and to be crowned is really super. But we're not talking about today. Today I want to talk about this new book with a very intriguing title, Two Junkies and a Demon. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this book because this is the first time I have ventured into fantasy. Normally I stick with, thrillers primarily is what I write, is thrillers. But this one is fantasy. So I'm super excited. But and I was telling you pre-show, it's a little bit about how people can misapply titles to us, right?
Yeah.
And we shouldn't get stuck in that. We can realize that we can still go on to our potential, whether they label us or not. So in this story, there's, after this brutal murder, we get to see the impacts of drug abuse, mental fragility, and narcissism, along with what happens when second chances are given. We get to see all this stuff through the eyes of Ariel. Okay? And Ariel's an angel. We also get to see it from the perspective of Pagina Rosalia. She's my demon in this story. And then we have Mari. Okay, Mari's a drug addict, and people keep labeling her a junkie. And so their worlds collide in El Paso, Texas, in 1992, a town in West Texas. And until that happened, Mari, our human, pretty much, she had the reputation that she lied as easily as she could breathe, and all she was concerned with was getting high, her next high. But after Mari participates in a incredibly savage crime, she decides, okay, enough. I need to make a change. But at the same time that she's wanting to make a change, there's a war raging on in heaven. And so Ariel, she leads that army that their task is to cast these demons back to hell. And then Pagina Rosalia, she's the lead demon, right? So they clash, they have a big sword fight, and Pagina tumbles, they think, to hell, but come to find out she went to Earth. So Ariel is commanded to go to Earth and get that demon away from there. But something goes awry.
Of course.
And now the world of all three of these ladies collides in the desert in a West Texas town called El Paso. And then suddenly things take place that will change not just the city, but all of humanity forever. And so,
Wow.
again, I'm super excited about that book. It definitely my first venture into fantasy, but now that that door's been open, I think I just may want to write more of that.
Uh, let's talk about mislabeling. In my head, I had all three characters as men. See how we do that? And it's three women, which makes the book fascinating. And that's exciting, too. By the way, you were in the Army for
I
years.
was in the Army, and I'm a veteran of the United States Army, and some of the scenes, particularly like our fight scenes between our demon and our angel, and some of the stuff that goes on, that's me reaching into my tool bag of experience in the military. When you read some of that stuff.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I bet a lot of your life's experience brought you to writing this book. So of course that would come up in the book. Now you were overseas for a while.
I spent a lot of time overseas. Actually, I've done a total of 11 deployments. That's crazy, right? 11 deployments. I remember when I got out, I said, "What? I've been away from home that long?" But, I got paid to see places with names like Saudi Arabia and, Bahrain and Kuwait and Qatar and even Iraq. I spent some time in Europe. I was stationed in Germany. My son was born in Germany. I love Germany. I was actually in Germany when September 11th happened.
Oh, my goodness.
So I have gotten to travel pretty extensively.
That's
so
great.
Thank you, Army, for that.
Well, thank you for being in the Army for us. How many years were you in?
You know what? I did my full 20 and I got out because for me, I wanted to raise my son.
Yeah.
I was kind of tired of the babysitter raising my son.
Yeah.
Funny
I get
story.
That, so.
One time I came back from a deployment. He was a little one. When I left, he was about 19 months. And when I came back, he was almost 3.
Oh, my goodness.
But he spoke Spanish. He didn't speak English anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
Because in her home, my babysitter, they spoke Spanish, which was lovely.
Yeah.
But it made me think, hey, you probably need another job. You need to do something where you can be home more often, or at least take him with you.
Time to get a new job, yeah.
And so I'm thankful I have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My son works in entertainment as well. He's grown now. He's finished college, and we actually work together.
Wait, he finished college. I'm still picturing him as a kid.
No, he's 22 now.
Wow.
He's 22. He actually has his undergrad in entertainment business and went back and got an MFA in media design.
What a great story. And he's 22. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
good for
22.
him
So
and good for you.
With some of these cover designs and stuff that I do for my books, too.
Let me ask you, where can people get this book?
Okay, so this book is going to release in just a few weeks.
Oh, that's right. It's not out yet.
Everywhere that books are sold. No, it's not yet. We're going to have a big launch centered around Mother's Day. It's going to be everywhere books are sold. So if you like Barnes & Noble, you can go to Barnes & Noble. You like Walmart, you can go to Walmart. Everywhere books are sold, it will be available, even on my website, kmpentertainment.org.
Oh, that's right.
I'm also pretty excited with that.
I wanted to point that out. We have Michelle's website up there, kmpentertainment.org, or find her on Facebook, KMP Entertainment. I just started typing KMP and all that stuff popped up, so it's pretty easy to find. I go to this site where I just push a button, they deliver the book for free, and it comes like the next day. So it's called Amazon, if you know about that. So
yes, it's on Amazon. It will be on Amazon. Absolutely.
Who's the market? Who is these? Are these adults reading this book? Or is it young adult?
So for this particular book, I would tell you it's an adult market. However, I did test it with young adults in the last 3 weeks, and they seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But honestly, anybody that likes fiction, grounded fantasy, I think would really enjoy this book. I'd also tell you that folks that like military books, even though this isn't military per se, I think they will find a lot to enjoy in this book as well.
That's great. Here's what I advise when we have an author on is go online, order 5 copies, you guys. Give some to your friends so that you're all reading the same book at once. It is so fun to do that and, be bumping into each other. Hey, did you see that part? Or what do you think of this or that? So, and this book would be a good one to do that with. So, Michelle, whenever you come on, I could talk to you for hours. I can't stop. I'm getting the signal. Cut her off. But what else you want our viewers to know?
No, I'm so thankful for everybody who has purchased other books and the continued support. I just want everybody to know I greatly appreciate that. And I really hope that you enjoy this book. And please feel free to connect with me. I love to get feedback. Tell me what you love. Tell me what you hated about it if you did. But I love to hear from readers. So absolutely reach out, connect. I'm very responsive.
Yeah. I love an author that you can ask questions to and stuff. When I'm reading books, I say, I wish I could ask the question. Usually they all get answered by the end of the book, but I'm happy that you are that accessible, Michelle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have you back again. This book is coming out in a couple of weeks, and we'll run this interview a few times, and hopefully people will see it and order the book. Thanks,
Yeah,
Michelle.
I'm super excited, and thank you for having me on again.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
one of
it.
my favorite
Everybody have a
guests,
great
so we'll have you on anytime.
All right. Thanks so much. You have a great day.
All right, we'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.